the Karmic PM.
What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time I don't even know what I got myself into, but Spirit was talking and I was humbled. So we are just, let me just get into this, y'all. I took a look at Mark Zuckerberg. I took a look at what was the intention of the Senate reading itself, like why was it a government psyop? Was it to actually help the children? Was it to silence us with freedom of speech and all that? I looked into how this could potentially affect social media as a whole. I looked into it all, y'all. I got answers that I wasn't even looking for, but Spirit was like, here you go, sweetie. So we found out some shit, y'all. So I hope that you guys enjoy. As always, if you enjoy these readings, please like it. It really does support my page. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hey to my besties. Hey regulars. How y'all doing? Love and miss y'all. I can't talk. I can never talk, guys. This is what, if you have an air moon, let me know down in the comments if y'all stutter like this, the way I just heard. I could tell you lying, because when you're replying, stutter, stutter. God, I'm such a millennial. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. It's kind of like a little shit show of fun, but here we are. Don't forget to always vote in the community post, because this is how these videos happen. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You'll know when the videos first come out. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all the links are down below. Yeah, I just got out of a 2-hour bath, so your girl's a little, whoo! Anyway, so hey, maybe that's a reminder from Spirit that y'all need to do some self-care, because this crazy ascension that we're all going through, we're seeing it in the collective, y'all. I mean, look at the Senate hearing. It was a hot fucking mess. Was it not? It was. So without further ado, like I said, we looked at Mark Zuckerberg, why he is the way that he is, and yeah. The U.S. Senate, what's going to happen next for social media? What is Mark's plan of attack now that he's under attack? And yeah, it was definitely an interesting and yeah, you be the judge. Let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoy this. If, you know, knowing about world order and all that stuff isn't really your interest, then we got a whole pop culture playlist. We got conspiracy, we got ET readings, and we'll do more as we keep going. So again, if you're new here, subscribe. You're going to enjoy it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, besties. So first I want to take a look at Mark Zuck, because I was looking at this like, why is everybody attacking this one man? And then I looked at his net worth, and then I take it all back. Actually, already hearing something. I'm hearing the song, Can You Take It All Away? When you shoved it in my face, this pain you gave to me. So yeah, I'm seeing like a mallet going down. I feel like, yep, I'm hearing the song, I Knew You Were Trouble. Mark knows he's in for a rude awakening is what I'm hearing. So I think that, yeah, because I'm hearing shook. So I think that the meeting definitely shook him to his core is what I'm hearing. That being said, I'm hearing greedy, selfish, greedy, selfish. So I don't know that this will necessarily be enough to make him change his ways is what I'm getting. But I am curious as to why he's so greedy. Because again, when I looked up his net worth, are you kidding me? $160-something billion net worth? What is wrong with you that you don't take accountability for these kids? Like, I knew he was rich, but I didn't know he could cure the world in one day rich. So we definitely need to look at that. But as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts in this entire reading. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not buying that he's happy about any of this. But, oh, there he is. Okay. So you know what I'm seeing is like, I don't know if this was actually about him. There's like some movie or something that's about a guy who makes something in his basement. I don't know if it's Facebook or whatever. But this feels like what I saw is, yeah, because I'm seeing the picture of like what I bought or what I saw online versus what it came in the mail. You know what I mean? Like when you buy something from like say you get a $20 wedding dress on like a third-party app and then you get it and it looks nothing like the picture. That's kind of the vibe here. It's like what I created. I don't think so. I definitely don't believe that for everybody that are like really far into the conspiracies. I don't feel like he was necessarily evil, out to hurt people, out to do anything bad. I feel like I'm just keep hearing money hungry, money hungry. So, you know, he's a Taurus. It does not shock me that he's money hungry. But with that Scorpio moon that I saw, I do feel like this is kind of getting to him. I'm being drawn to how, again, I go in blind instead of biased. So sometimes I don't know enough. But I was drawn to how he's into like really weird, like, martial arts fighting. And I'm not saying it's weird. I'm saying when someone likes to get hit really hard, it tells you something. And I feel like this guy low-key feels dead inside. I don't think he knows what makes him happy. And so, again, we've seen this with celebrities across the board. When I read them, money doesn't buy you happiness, right? And I feel like what was once like a passion project now feels like it's, I feel like he's thinking like, is it really worth it? Because I'm hearing the song, Is It Worth It? Let Me Work It. I definitely think he's feeling the repercussions of the Senate hearing. I know that I believe he has Asperger's, right? I apologize if I'm wrong. I have a friend who has Asperger's, and it definitely reminds me a lot of Mark. So I feel like even though, because people with Asperger's still have feelings, it's just that he's more mentally provoked, but what I'm seeing is someone that doesn't really have a solid sense of self, someone that doesn't really know where their happiness lies. So they've been climbing like corporate America. Sorry, the sunlight is coming in. It's early when I'm taping this. So I just feel like he's dead inside. I know that sounds messed up, but it's kind of true. It's like what I created, I thought it would bring me happiness, and it's not. And now I'm getting the ramifications for that. And I'm seeing the pitfalls of what. So I do think there's a little bit of self-reflection here. I wouldn't say a lot. There's a lot of fixed signs in his, sun and moon alone. So, will there be change? Probably to avoid lawsuits. But there's a little bit of guilt. But honestly, it's about like, I should have pulled Dark Mirror, actually. Maybe I should add that to it. I almost feel like it's giving me the vibes of a lot of these celebrities that just kind of like keep climbing the corporate ladder because they're not happy in their life. So I feel like this is, again, one of those manifestations of not dealing with your shit. I don't know. I'm being, again, drawn to like martial arts and how he does crazy shit. I don't know why they're bringing that into the news now, but I do feel like that's something that he does to feel alive because, again, you're chasing money, you're not chasing happiness because happiness is not something to chase. It's a state of mind. So I feel like there's some, because I'm hearing buyer's remorse. So I feel like there's some remorse, but if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's enough. Okay. I do think he's trying to figure out how can we, make lemons out of lemonade. How can we make things right? Make it so I'm still making a buck, but the people are happy at the same time. I do feel like he's trying to expand his ideas. I'm seeing him like originally turning a blind eye, like, because I kind of see his point, but I see both sides, which is why you can't go into something like a debate with your emotions. I really don't understand how the Senate could be that childish. I understand it's an emotional thing, but you're not going to get anything done by talking with feelings instead of facts, especially something like a Senate hearing. If you're going to argue, that's one thing, but not when you're trying to get something done. That being said, I feel like Mark's not really taking this too seriously because, again, it's like I'm at the top of my throne. I got money. Like, look at the reading I've done on P. Diddy. That man's worth $1 billion, and he's not shaken by anything. So you got a man that's worth $160-something billion, not really shaken by this, but he is trying to strategize how can we kind of like meet in the middle. So I do feel like he's going to try and implement new things that will help limit the amount of inappropriate material that's being shown to children. That being said, I don't feel like he knows how to have actual remorse. That being said, I don't think that's an Asperger's thing at all. Like, don't think that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I have a really good friend who has Asperger's, and that he's got a heart of gold. So I'm curious to know what went on in Mark's childhood that would make him so empty towards something so intense, something that really matters. Like I said, I do feel like he is going to strategize moving forward to try and figure out ways that can implement change on the platform. But that being said, again, it is social media. Like, because I'm hearing you got to take the good with the bad. there's only so much you can do, right? Because you're talking about a huge, it's a network, and that's a person. So I do feel like he's going to hire more people. I do feel like maybe he's going to create a section of the company that's dedicated, because I'm seeing like, what's that show called? Dateline, with that guy who eventually got in trouble because he doesn't do shit. To Catch a Predator. Thank you, Spirit. So maybe he's going to hire someone or a group of people. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to like SVU and Dateline. So maybe he's going to create like a side group that's dedicated just to cracking down on social media, bad things that get implemented towards children. I don't feel, because again, that Senate hearing, if you watched any of it, I only watched a clip from the body language guy on YouTube. He's amazing. Shout out. There's only so much you can do as one person. So that being said, I feel like he's kind of a snob about it. Like I'm being drawn to how this dude's just straight up looking at his pentacle. He really doesn't care to be bothered. So it's like, there's only so much I can do. I'm not going to take full responsibility for this. Like, it's not my fault is kind of the vibe that Mark's at, which, yes, and, you know, like, yeah, it's not your fault, but you're worth a shit ton of money. You could do way more. So the senator that was like, you're just greedy, not wrong. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song Eminem, because I am whatever you say I am. I don't think he really gives a shit, to be honest with you. I feel like he's going to make a move to avoid like lawsuits. I'm hearing like defamation of character. So maybe he's worried that people are going to, you know, go for his personality. I mean, they did bring up the whole, I feel like he's into, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, no facts here. I feel like he's into some weird sex shit. I don't know why, but I keep being drawn to like, and not that BDSM is weird. I just keep being drawn to like men that like to, like bondage and stuff like that. I feel like he's one of those dudes that like, he might pay like an escort to like slap him around or something. I'm sorry. It's what I'm feeling. I feel like this man is like a shell. He doesn't feel feelings like we do, which is really weird for a Scorpio moon. So I don't know. Is there a type of autism that makes you not feel emotions at all? Because being in his energy, I feel very methodical. I feel very matter of fact. I don't really feel a lot of feelings. In fact, like, I feel like I want to go do crazy shit so that I can feel alive, because to be honest with you, I don't really feel alive at all. That's the vibe of Mark. It's kind of weird. So, you know, I know that there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that are like, I don't know, he works for the bad team or he's an alien or something, because I'm being drawn to that little clip that went viral that was like, he accidentally called himself not a human. But honestly, if you're a light worker like me, which I'm sure a lot of people are that follow me, you might slip up and say that yourself because you don't feel like one of the normies in the human culture. And I feel like that's him. He's off. And it's not an autism thing. It's weird. It's like, does he have Aquarius placements maybe? Because it's just like, he's not like normal people. Yeah, like I'm hearing, like, I'm not like other girls. Like, it's kind of the vibe of that. He's not like us. But it's like a lack of emotion, a lack of, oh. Is it possible that he's a sociopath? Maybe. It's not giving me like evil, dark, trying to, you know, to my conspiracy theorists. It's not giving me that. I'm sorry. I'm never going to tell you what I want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. I do feel like he's void of emotion, if I'm being real with you. For someone who's got a Scorpio moon, this man does not know how to feel like a normal person. Like, being in his energy is very weird. I don't know how to explain this. I feel like a robot, if I'm being honest with you. I just feel very numb. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I Never Meant to Be So Cold. So there's like, it's so weird. It's like I have remorse, but it's like an intellectual remorse. It's not an emotional one. It's like I'm seeing how all these kids are being affected, but it's like if a computer were to hear that, it's like, I'm sorry for the way you feel. Maybe he's a narcissist. I don't know. It's giving narcissist, sociopath. I can't touch into my emotions. So maybe there's some childhood trauma we don't know about, especially with that sun in reverse. It's got the inner child on it. But there's just something about him that's like dead inside. I don't know how else to explain this. It's weird. He's definitely worried that his company's going to take a loss. Judgment Day. Yeah, that makes sense. He's definitely more concerned about his work than anything else. When he gave that apology, it was for optics. I'm sorry. That being said, I feel like he wants to feel emotion. I don't think he knows how. So I feel like he's going to throw money at the problem. I feel like he's going to probably hire some other people. But yeah, the apology's half-assed because it's like, I don't even know how to take responsibility. And even if I did, I'm sorry that I'm fumbling the bag with this reading, but it's such a weird energy to be in. I feel like I'm a computer. I feel like I'm AI. I feel like I'm a robot. Shit, AI probably has more emotions than this dude does. And now you're like, but the Three of Swords, that's the heartbreak of the other people, the heartbreak of the people that showed up at the meeting. And it's like, fuck, this is going to fuck up my business. It's not like, oh no, seeing what these parents are going through, I can't stand it. He lacks empathy. It's really fucking weird. Yeah, ego, not shocked. There was a female senator, right? I feel like someone rattled him, though. With that Tower card right next to the Queen of Wands, I feel like one of the female senators, I don't know if... Because I did see, like, some woman that was a senator that was yelling at him. I don't know if it's that one specifically, but somebody definitely... Because I'm hearing, like, rattled to my core. So, but again, with this Tower... With strength, it's like worried about my business, worried about everything that I've set up, worried about everything that I've created, worried about it all falling apart. I think he's worried about new laws coming out that's going to crack down that like hurts his business. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. This guy doesn't give a shit. It's very methodical. It's like if robots ran the world. It's such a weird energy. That's why I'm stuttering so bad. He doesn't know how to feel bad. He doesn't know how to feel remorse. How are you a Scorpio moon and not know how to feel? This is so weird. But I do feel like someone rattled him, which is why he's going to try and implement change. But it's not because, like, I feel guilty for what has happened to these children. I feel remorse. There's no remorse. It's like, I get what you're saying. It's very black and white. It's so bizarre. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is so weird. I do feel like he's trying to... There's like some anger going on with him that he's going to try to work out of the spotlight. I don't think he likes to be in the spotlight at all. I don't think he likes that. It's like, I want to run my shit. I want to do my shit. I feel dead inside. This is so bizarre. I do feel like there's people around him that's like, you need to shut up. You need to let us pull the strings now, because I feel like the people around him know that he comes off as like, I'm hearing callous. But that's, again, there's a lack. Could he be a sociopath? Or even narcissists have feelings because... That's trauma. But with him, it's like I'm seeing like hospital shows where like the monitor just goes dead. This man's like dead inside. This is why he does like martial arts and stuff like that. He doesn't feel. And I am being drawn to Jane the Virgin with the master manipulator who's a sociopath. And she corrects the officer. She's like, I'm not a psychopath. I'm a sociopath. There's a difference. Is it possible he's a sociopath, allegedly? Because that's kind of what this feels like. He's definitely trying to figure out how to move forward, trying to figure out what's going to make everybody feel good. But he's definitely, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like this guy's so black and white that pulling cards on him is just, it's kind of boring, because it's like if I were to pull cards on how my laptop is feeling. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. And it's like, all right, well, this chapter is closed. How do I make a new chapter forward? I got all the money in the world. I can make it happen. Who do I got to hire? Who do I got to fire if need be? I don't think he's the type of person that wants to fire people, though, because it's like money, 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 money. I feel like he leans on money because he doesn't feel anything. This is so bizarre. This energy is so fucking weird. I feel like this is not worth pulling much more cards on. Starting over. Where do I have to throw money? Why the deception card? Because of people that spoke out. I don't want people to see me as a bad guy. I don't get it. That's the problem with him. It's like, I don't get it. You know what I see him doing? I see him leaving the Senate hearing, right? And then going to whoever runs it, and he's like, okay, break it down for me. What do we need to do next? It's like, I'm seeing like a seatbelt trying to click, but you got the wrong parts. It's like he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand human emotion. So conspiracy theorists, maybe. I don't really see anything dark and demonic. I see someone who made a shit ton of money because he's a Taurus and that's what he's going to do. That's what they aim for. But at the same time, void of emotions, what I keep hearing, void of emotion. It's not that he's selfish and evil. It's that, again, it's like if I was trying to do a reading on my laptop. Obviously, my laptop has no personal opinions. And if I tell the laptop, hey, fuck you for showing me gory stuff, the laptop would just say nothing because it's a laptop. You know what I mean? So... this dude's definitely weird, and I don't know why. You know, I'm going to Let's do the back deck. I think I need Dark Mirror for this guy because this is weird. Oh, greedy being on the back of the deck. Come on. Enough said. I don't feel like he's tapped into his intuition because, again, there's no emotion. It's like, I see the conflict. How do I stop the conflict while saving the most money? Because money gets me to do things that I can do. Listen, I don't know if this is a metaphor. I'm sorry for the freaking glare. That's got to be annoying. I'm trying to like sit in front of it. I feel like this guy hires like dominatrix to do weird shit to him. I just, like, I'm being drawn to, I think it's the episode of Dark Mirror where I think it's a president. He has to like have sex with a pig. Because I don't remember the whole point. If you guys remember the episode, let me know in the comments or let everybody else know. I feel like he does some weird sex shit. Because he does not feel emotion. He doesn't feel empathy. I wonder if he's a sociopath. This is the energy that I would expect to feel with a sociopath. But it's like empathy to the best of my ability. It's like I can understand. I can comprehend it. It's bad that this is happening to children. Where can I throw money to create less problems and more, like literally conflict on the card. He doesn't get it, which is why I'm having such a hard time. Yeah, I think the only thing he's concerned about is like, where do I move now so that my system doesn't go bankrupt? That's his headspace right now. How do I throw money at it so that it's worth it in the long run? I almost wonder if because I saw that, Spirit, how do I word this? Like online, they were like, oh, he might, I feel like they did that to make him look like someone to care about. Something about like, he does things that could make him die. I feel like that's true, but I also feel like they put that out there to like get some empathy for him because it's very clear that he lacks empathy. Look at all these pentacles. It's like, I feel like he's stressed, but again, it's like I can't tap into my emotions, so I don't really understand why you guys are attacking me. I don't really understand why you're upset. I don't understand would be how I explain Mark. He's not naive. He knows this is a problem. He knows that things need to change, but again, it's like trying to get software to have feelings for what's going on for you. It's so weird. I need Dark Mirror. We're gonna look into, maybe we could get something out of that because I just feel like this man, he could be a sociopath. I can't shake that feeling. I kind of almost think he's a sociopath. I don't think narcissists, because narcissists are very quick to be triggered when you attack them. If anybody saw his part, it was like you could tell he was uncomfortable, but he wasn't emotional. Does that make sense? So, all right, I'm gonna pull Dark Mirror on him to see if we could get anything about him as a person, because this energy's so weird. So I don't know, y'all. I feel like I'm reading a computer. It's very bizarre. It feels like, why am I even reading it's like I'm reading an object. It's whatever. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna look at Dark Mirror. As always, thanks to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of oh my god, being in his energy is so weird, y'all. I can't even explain this. Thank you to everybody that likes these videos. It really does support my page. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing already. But yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Okay. So this guy makes no sense. He makes no sense. Oh my God. There's a chance that he's going to put someone else on the chopping block for this. So he might find someone in the company as like a fall guy. So he might point the finger and be like, this person could have done it better, and maybe they run the cyber security department, and maybe he puts them on the block. So you might end up hearing that he fires some guy and puts the blame on them, especially with this today for tomorrow energy. But with these two cards, it's so funny because when I put those down, I heard the song Mariah Carey, Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? This guy does not get it. He's like, you're coming after me, but there's nothing I could do. It's not my fault. Like that. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, It Ain't My Fault. This guy does not get it. Even in these cards, it's like no emotions. Like this anger is the Senate and the parents. The revenge is him feeling like they're going after him for their own problems. It's like, why are you mad at me? I didn't do this. Why are you mad at me? I'm one person. I just created a fucking megaverse, whatever the hell it's called. But it's like, all right, well, obviously I got to do something to get you guys off my coattails. So I feel like he's going to like push someone out and be like, yeah, it was them. They could have done better, but they didn't. So I'm going to fire them to make people happy. Because I almost see him like at the Senate hearing, like, okay, they're blaming me for this. And look at the fives here change. So it's like, all right, they're blaming me for this. All right, so who in my security division can blame? Okay, so I'll put them on the chopping block, and then we'll put this guy as the fall guy. I also feel like he's got like lawyers and stuff that are like, all right, you need to, for optics sake, get rid of somebody so that it looks like you're doing a difference. But notice how these people look the same. So it's like I'm throwing someone to the wolves, but the shit's not going to change. It's again, it's like, okay, I'm being drawn to Balenciaga and how I think they ended up firing like one person and blamed it on one person, but the problem is the industry itself, right? Because we've looked at these readings, but there's a lot of offenders that have no business getting the lack of the ability that they have of control. And so I do feel like he's gonna have a fall guy for this. So again, it feels like it's so not even important that we might not even hear about it, because by then, I don't know, like Taylor Swift will have something else going on, so you probably won't even hear about it. But I do feel like he's going to throw someone to the wolves, because he's just like, I'm hearing neurotic. He doesn't get it. This is such a, there's no point in me reading this. Anyway, yeah, he's like, I'm hearing why you're so obsessed with me. It's like, I don't understand why you're blaming me. I'm just one person. And honestly, like, I can kind of understand, because that's how I felt when I saw it. It's like, how are you going to attack one person? The problem is the machine itself. But the guy also is worth $167 billion. So, blinded to pain. I'm telling you, this guy, I keep being drawn to like BDSM and some, I feel like, I don't know if this will ever come out, but I'm telling you, I feel like this guy pays like sex workers to do some like, again, like chains. Look I was talking about BDSM. There's got chains right there. I feel like he doesn't feel anything. And then he has this weird, like kind of remorse, but then it's like, doing things to make me feel alive. So like he gives me that type of guy that like I'm hearing cuckold. I don't even know what that means. And I'm sorry if that's like a trigger word. What does that mean, Spirit? I don't even know what that means. Forgive me. Someone maybe tell me in the comments. I don't think I want to know. I feel like he's into some weird sex shit because he doesn't feel like we do. Like I wouldn't be shocked if like he has women that like whip him. Oh my God, I just heard sodomize. I don't know if that's a metaphor or if that's literal. Take it as it resonates. I don't know. I feel like that's really the only thing Spirit can give me, because his energy is just so bizarre. Like, look at how these people are just kind of like dead. Like they just kind of look empty. It's just like, I created a dream. I don't understand why you guys are upset. It's a computer. Why are you mad? There's only so much I could do. He's not wrong. Yeah. This dude's dead inside. He's like the definition of like if AI started walking. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. I don't know. Let's take a look at the Senate hearing, because I feel like that's all I can give you. It's so bizarre. I do feel like, for the tea though, I feel like he's into some weird BDSM, some weird like abuse, because he doesn't feel anything. And I do feel like he feels, because I'm hearing like blinded to pain, and it's like I'm upset that I don't feel anything. Does that make sense? I'm upset that I can't empathize with you guys. I'm upset that I don't feel anything. It's so weird. I don't know. Let's take a look at the Senate, because I know a lot of people are like, they're doing this because they're trying to get us confused, and they're not actually trying to help the children. They're actually trying to, I don't buy that. I do feel like emotions were charged. So let's take a look at what the goal was for the Senate hearing. If there's anything that we need to know about it, if there was any dark shit really trying to go on behind the scenes, I don't know. We'll see. So, all right, let's look at the Senate hearing. Right away, I'm hearing like sick and tired. So I do feel like the senators are tired of getting letters that are, because I'm hearing like the same damn thing all the time. It's like, okay, so it's kind of like passing the blame type of thing. So I feel like they've been getting a lot of letters from parents of like kids of suicide, kids of eating disorders, etc. And it's like, there's nothing I can do. And so all of them in a fit of rage were coming after these CEOs. This was definitely, I mean, you could tell from the from the Senate itself. It was very heated. There was so much emotion, it was just so unproductive, honestly. It was just people attacking people. You're never going to get anywhere if you want change. You can't involve your emotions in something like that. And so I feel like they were pissed because I feel like they've had parents coming after them. Are you going to do anything about this? Are you going to change the way this is working? Why aren't you trying to save our children? So I do feel like they've been on the defense when it comes to parents that have been sick and tired of this shit. There is a real problem here. So they're not wrong. That I do feel that the Senate hearing, it wasn't some government psyop. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like a way to take away our rights. And you know me, I would tell you the truth. And I do feel like they tried to silence us. That's why I'm very careful with the words I use. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels like, this is why conspiracy gets icky for me, because sometimes, here's the thing. This is what Spirit's trying to show me. When you're dealing with a narcissist, right? They gaslight you all the time. But sometimes they're going to tell the truth because they're human. That's kind of the government. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, they gaslight us all the time, but sometimes they could be telling the truth. And I feel like this was the manifestation of all these parents attacking senators. It's like, well, we got to attack them where we can. And then now it's like a ripple effect. So they got the anger of the parents on them. And so now they feel they're being attacked. So they're putting the anger on the CEOs, as they should. You're worth that much money. Use that money to do some good, because social media can be dangerous. They're not wrong in that. So I just don't buy that this was like some government psyop or some shit like that to help us to restrict our abilities on social media. I don't buy that. I just don't. I do feel like they are trying to remove Mark. I do feel like, sorry, my throat's getting really dry with this reading. Yeah, because silenced. It's like, we don't have control over the things that we should have control over. We can't protect the kids. And we don't like that we can't protect the kids. So how do we shake these people up so that because it's like hit them where it hurts type of energy. You want to make all this money. You want to be a successful businessman. Well, then you're going to take this blame. You're going to take the heat and you're going to do something about it. So I do feel like this was a power move for the Senate, where it's also about optics. It's about getting reelected. I'm going to be honest with you. But I do feel like this and that can be true, right? Like you can be a narcissist to still have feelings. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if that's why I brought it up in the Mark reading. But it's like, we need to kick y'all down a peg because you're affecting our career. We got to kick you guys down a peg because you're making our life insufferable is what I'm hearing. So I do feel like they're trying to end the reign of social media being able to hurt children. I do feel like that's true. They're trying to make a move. This was a scare tactic for these corporate conglomerates is what I'm hearing, to, again, make this cycle end, make children feel safe. Because, again, you have generations being born with phones in their hands. That is dangerous. That's fucking true. You got Snapchat putting you on filters so that you don't feel beautiful as you are. Social media is readily available so you can escape your life. It is dangerous. That's fucking true. Like, you can't argue that. And that's where they're kind of at. It's like, I'm going to scare the piss out of you so that you make a change. So I don't buy that this was to silence social media as a whole and silence our ability for free speech. I would tell you, because I do believe that they do that. This doesn't feel like one of them. Yeah. Negative internet. I do feel like they're trying to get bills passed. They're trying to find ways to lessen the damage that is happening to our children, which, yes, claps for you guys actually doing your fucking job for once. But yeah, bad internet makes me look bad, so we need to move. So I do feel like they're trying to push those acts, because I saw something about a C24 something M act, something like that. I don't know, you'd have to look it up. But it's like, we want to put new provisions in play. We want to make justice for these parents. They do want Mark to pay for, so I almost wonder if they're going to push for like lawsuits that Mark will have to pay off. So like, paying for, with 4 swords looks like a literal coffin. So maybe paying for the deaths of kids that committed suicide. I do feel like that is part of their intention. It's like, obviously money is the only way we know how to talk to you. So if you can't feel remorse and do change, then we're going to hit you where it hurts, your pockets. So again, I don't buy that this was some government psyop to help us, or to keep us from freedom of speech. No, that's bullshit. Sorry, I see what I see. I would tell you if these guys are doing some fuck shit. This is not that. This is oh shit, we don't have control, so we need to make it happen. I do feel like they're going to try and make Mark pay, like, I'm hearing dividends, so I do feel like they want to come after him for lawsuits. So I wonder if they're going to put all the blame on Mark and try to push, like, you need to pay these parents for funeral costs. You need to pay these parents whose kid was in the psych ward because of you. Pay these parents for, you know, just all the costs of the suffering. I do feel like there's going to be lawsuits thrown at Mark. And again, like, paying off shit. There's going to be a lot of that. Yeah, finances. All this has to do with finances and optics. Yeah, it's like children. It's like we need to find a way to scale back your money so that you start making new change that helps these children because you don't give a fuck. And I would kind of agree with that. They kind of don't. I mean, you're looking at $100 billion. Something's wrong with you if you're trying to rack in that amount of money, you know? And I feel like they see that in Mark and they see that in the other people. I don't feel like they care so much about the other CEOs as they do Mark. Mark is like the head target because Facebook is so problematic. So that's not shocking. So I feel like it's like if we hit him where it hurts, the money, but I do feel like their tactic of scaring him with children, I think they're kind of pissed about that now because they're realizing like, he don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm being drawn to like my fool's gold. It's like, you don't care. We realize you don't care. So how do we make you care? We got to hit you where it hurts. So again, I feel like they're going to go after him in terms of like lawsuits and shit like that. Yeah, there he is. What'd I say? Yeah, they want him to go down. They are pissed. You know what this kind of reminds me of like when Bill Gates like split up with his wife and it was like a power move to like take some of the pressure off of him and his business. It's kind of giving me the same type of vibe where it's like, I wonder if Mark's going to pull a strategy move so that someone else falls on a sword, so to speak, because it's like, I don't want to lose my company. I don't know what his position is now, but it almost feels like he might be in the back seat now. Like it reminds me of like backseat driver. So it's like, maybe he'll still be in control. Cause I'm being drawn to like the Ace family and how like the husband like went into an RV and it's like, you know, he's still involved, but he's just for optics sakes, it looks like he's not. So I wonder if they're going to try to make him step down or maybe he's going to retire early. They're trying to make him get removed is the vibe of this. Yeah, it's like you're cold, you're callous, his Scorpio moon. This is still him. It's like you should have empathy and you don't. Why? And I would like to know the same. Why does this man feel like he's empty inside? Yeah, it's like everything's business for you. Everything's money. So we got to hit you where it hurts. Again, with these justice scales. They're going after Mark. This is the whole point. This was the whole point of the Senate hearing. They are pissed. They don't like how Facebook's run. They don't like how, again, I don't know if you guys saw it. I only saw a clip, but it's like, what was it like? This might show child sex, whatever the hell. And then the options like, proceed anyway. They were really pissed about that. I feel like that is where this concern is. And honestly, if you go on Facebook, I have found groups of pedos that have their own groups, and I've reported those groups myself, and they didn't get removed. So they know what's going on. Okay. So I don't feel like Facebook itself is trying to be the powerhouse of S offenders. It's just like when you create something that you don't really fully understand, there's going to be negative that comes with it, right? See that devil? It's like that's just, it's a machine, right? You can't control who's going to use the machine. It's a computer. It's programmed to just pick up keywords and keystrokes. It's not sitting there like Law and Order trying to hunt these people down. So I do feel like, again, with what I got before, I feel like they want him to hire people to have like, again, I'm being drawn to SVU. So like a group that's dedicated to just finding people like this. But I do feel like the whole goal of this was to go after Mark. And it was to stop the danger to children. I feel, because I'm being drawn to like these articles that are coming out now that are like Gen X kids have like the worst amount of anxiety and depression. Like, no shit. They grew up with fucking social media at their fingertips. Of course. Like, I hate to show my age here, but whatever. Like, back in my day, I hate to say it, but like you couldn't go on the internet until like 7 o'clock when it was free on your phone. You know what I mean? Like, these kids, their brains are getting affected because they're constantly getting dopamine hits and it's not real happiness. And then they're comparing themselves to other people. And so the Senate's like really pissed because Mark doesn't get it. Mark doesn't get it because he has no empathy. He could be a sociopath. I really do feel like he might be. I don't feel like this is an autism thing. I know someone with Asperger's, most empathetic kid I've ever met. This ain't that. This is some weird shit. So I do feel like they're going to try and like, so are there parents that already have lawsuits going on? Because it's like, I'm trying to throw shit at Mark to like kick him off his high horse. That's the vibe. Yep. Judgment day for Mark. That's the vibe. We want to hit you where it hurts. And the only way we know how to hit you where it hurts is money. So since we can't, kill Facebook itself, we're going to try to hit you so that you fall off your high horse. This would be Mark. I know he's not an empress, but it's giving me the vibe of like, again, they're on their throne. I want to kick you off your throne. So this is actually all the social media conglomerates. It's like, this is judgment day for you guys. You need to care about the kids. I don't buy that this was some sort of social media thing to stifle all of us. This is for the kids. This is. Yeah, detached. I feel like Mark knew that they knew. This reminds me of Friends, but they don't know we know they know. Mark knew that they knew that he didn't have empathy, which is why they came guns blazing. He doesn't know how to tap into that. So it's like, we're going to create conflict so that people see you for what you are. So I do feel like this was also to show and spread awareness that these people don't give a shit about you. That was also a power move. It's like, if we can't get anything else done, if nothing else, this will go viral so that people realize the dangers of social media itself. So I do feel like this was also to bring light to the topic itself of how it's affecting kids' brains, kids' ability to love themselves. That's all true. Yeah, it's like you've been ignoring this for too long. You think that social media is all fun and games when in reality it's causing more harm than it does good. Though I disagree. It's just like anything, there's a negative and a positive. And yeah, it's like we were going for the jugular because we weren't sure. Okay, so now I'm kind of understanding why they were going in a fit of rage. They didn't think that they were going to win anything out of this, so it was like, at least hit them, again, going back to hit them where it hurts, your pockets. So I think that's why they didn't stifle their emotions for the sake of an end goal. It was like, let's go at him guns blazing so that he fears what happens next. So that I feel like this was a power move to make parents rethink kids going on social media to begin with. That was one of the moves of this. I think it was also to make Mark humble himself. That's another one. And I do feel like they want to implement laws for children's rights. I don't feel like these are laws to stifle your ability to have freedom of speech. I do believe that that's a thing that's going on. This is not that. This is not bad. This is definitely about the kids. This is a bunch of senators getting sick and tired of getting these letters from parents that get no... It's like because I'm being drawn like, you could be entitled to compensation. Those commercials, it's like these parents deserve compensation. They deserve an apology. We're not the ones that created this demon system. Mark, you did. So it's like, you need to deal with the problems that you caused, you inflicted. That's the vibe. I feel like he's got... Yeah, I'm hearing Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem. There's some childhood shit with Mark, and I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm not allowed to know or something. Do we know about his childhood or anything like that? Because this reminds me of like... This is unpleasant childhood memories. Feeling like I'm not in control, and then boom, independence. So... Was he a prodigy child? Like, was he like... What's that word? Spirit, help. I can't think of what it's called, but a lot of prodigy children, actually, I don't know for a fact, a lot of prodigy children on Law and Order, they got, it's like you go to court to remove yourself from your parents. So it's not emissions. It's not emissions. It's, I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments. Did he remove himself from his parents young or something like that? I'm hearing ostracized. There's something about childhood here where he might have just completely shut off his emotions. Remember how I was being drawn to bondage? And then look at how this bird has a hat on his face. I'm telling you, he's into some weird shit, y'all. I'm telling you. There's something in his childhood. I wonder if it's so dark that I'm not allowed to see, because for some reason, like, I'm seeing the shush symbol. So maybe I'm not allowed to know. I don't know. This is very weird. What did I say? Family. Oh my God. Okay. Could Mark be another closeted person? with that Fool card there. I did hear sodomized in the first half of the reading. I wonder if he had some weird shit happen to him in his childhood, allegedly. I don't know. I take it if it resonates. Paige is a child. The Fool reminds me of listen, I'm in the club, so shush. But Rainbow, the Fool card, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm being drawn to Will Smith. So again, is there some skeletons in his closet? Do we know his relationship with his father? There's something here, and I feel like it's probably dark, so I'm not allowed to tap into it. There's something about childhood here. I don't know. I'm going to move on because it feels like they don't want me to know too much, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I wonder if it's going to come out, and then you'll all be like, oh my God, you should is onto something. So we'll just leave it as it is. But that being said, again, Page of Swords reminds me of like internet, but it also reminds me of child. And look at how like this kid looks defensive. So it's like we want to start new beginnings so that families feel safe while they're online. So I do feel, again, that they're trying to make a move to help children so that they feel safe online. Anyway, move on. Back deck. Yeah, crumbling down. I feel like I think they want to remove Mark from social media. I would not be shocked if like he retires early or like takes a back seat so that it looks palatable for the media, because they are pissed. And it's more about Mark than anyone else. They want this social media to be, I almost see them like, I wonder if Facebook is going to change again, right? Because it was Facebook, but now it's Meta, even though no one calls it that. I don't call it that. But like, it almost feels like implementing another form of change so that it looks like something's changed. But in reality, with Four of Cups here, it's just bright and shiny. It's not actual real change. So I don't feel like real change is going to even happen. If anything, I feel like parents will get paid off. Someone will get put on the chopping block per Mark to make it look like he's doing something. But in reality, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't feel like much is going to change. I don't. I feel like this is going to be a continuation of problems. And I feel like the Senate knew that, which is why it's like, we need to make parents more aware of the dangers of social media because they're not listening. Like, I'm being drawn to the documentary that's on Netflix. What's it called, Spirit? The Social Dilemma, where they predicted all of this. And again, I would recommend watching that because this would best explain how this works. You got corporate conglomerates that are so big, that have so much money and cover a whole world. So they're not going to be able to, that's like expecting your mayor without social media to pinpoint every single pedo in the world. It's not going to happen. It's the same thing. Yeah, families, money, trying to fight. Yeah, that's what this is about. Real quick, let's just pull what the future of this is going to be. All right, so we're going to look at the future of this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The moment I said that, I heard, it's all the same. Only the names will change. Dude, I feel like they're just going to put Band-Aids on shit and move it. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, move along, like I know you do. Even when your hope is gone, move along. So again, I feel like this was more of a power move of optics so that parents rethink the narrative of social media and how, I wonder if like this will help parents stop giving kids a tablet at 10 years old. I don't know. That's the vibe of this, to be honest with you. What is the future of this social media thing, Spirit Team? I don't feel like much is going to change, to be honest with you. They're trying to start over. Judgment Day. I think this is going to be more about the people making the decision for themselves because, again, with that money card, it's like they're going to throw money at shit, but I don't think much itself will change. Again, I'm seeing like a Band-Aid. So like Facebook switching over to Meta. So maybe they come up with a third name. You know what I mean? Like that could be it. But I don't think much itself is going to change. It's got to be, I'm hearing power of the people. It's got to be the people that make the choice. Yeah, no celebration. I do feel like, there's Mark again. I do feel like maybe some investors are going to pull out. So you might see Mark get hit in his pocket. So like people that supported Facebook or other companies might pull out. So you might have people that help. I don't know how this works because I don't understand big tech, but maybe people that invested in Facebook might pull out. So like maybe stock market might eventually go down. I know with the news that they recently let out, it went up, but I do feel in the long term, he's going to get hit where it hurts, money. I just don't think there's going to be any change. They're trying. He's got too much money. He's got no empathy and he's too far up there. Again, it's like the P. Diddy readings where we're all like, why is P. Diddy still around? Because he's worth $1 billion. That's why. This guy's worth $167 billion. So is change going to come? I don't think so. I wonder, again, it feels like they might put someone... Oh. Is it possible that he might fake his death? This almost feels like faking my death. Or retiring early, getting out of the spotlight. It's like, we need change. We need you out of the picture. So this feels like, I don't know that it's definitely going to happen. It feels like it's an option right now. I feel like they might try to remove Mark. Or all of a sudden, Mark in the media dies. Like, I don't know why. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, I feel like if boom, all of a sudden Mark dies, I don't feel like he really died. I feel like it's giving me the vibe of my Avril Lavigne conspiracy reading, where it's like getting paid off to disappear. That's kind of the same vibe. This feels like we want to put someone nurturing onto the block and remove him. So like maybe a female might take over for Facebook. Or maybe they just have more women getting involved. Because it just feels like we need someone with emotional capacity. So maybe it's a man in his feminine energy. It just feels like we're going to put someone out there that is more empathetic to the people and to the kids. So again, it does feel like a woman. It wouldn't shock me. I don't know why, but it's giving me the vibe of like Mark faking his death. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if is it going to happen, Spirit? I see people in a boardroom meeting like throwing shit at a dartboard till something sticks. So I feel like one of the ideas, again, remember how I said recently, like it was just recent that they're like, oh, Mark has a high stress life and he could die at any moment. I almost feel like they're trying to see if that's something that the people want. And then if they do like that, because it's almost giving me the vibe of like watching to see how people respond to that. And if a bunch of people on social media is like, good, I hope Mark dies, then I would not be shocked if like he fakes his death, allegedly. Because it feels like a power play. Like, I got all the money I need. I don't want to be in the spotlight anymore. Let's push up a female. Let's pretend that I'm gone. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song When I'm Gone by Eminem. When I'm gone, don't carry on. And when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice. That's the same vibe of this. I wonder if he's going to fake his death. That's so bizarre. This feels like setting them up to exit him out of the scene. That's what this feels like. This is so weird. I wonder if they're going to do it. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, deception. Internet. It's like, we know that he looks bad for us. We know that he's arrogant. We know that he's devoid of emotions, what I'm hearing. Devoid? Devout? What is it? Devoid? I don't know. But it's like, whatever sticks social media-wise is probably what they're going to go for. So again, I feel like that was a power move. They're bringing up how he likes martial arts because they're trying to see if people will be happy that he'd be gone. Because if people would be happy that he's gone, nixed, then they might sell that as, oh, Mark died and now we're going to put up a female. And then that'll look more palatable because if you have a woman running Facebook, then you're going to assume that she cares about the kids. And will she or not? I don't know. But it's a power move. I feel like they're setting up the stage to see if killing Mark off would be the best option. This is so bizarre. Y'all share this with your friends because I swear to God, if this dude all of a sudden dies early from something, this was all a power move. Ace of Swords, literally. It's just, yeah, it's like I'm taking an L for the bigger picture. We're gonna do some NDAs. We're gonna pay off some parents, take the money I got and run. It's like going on a vacation forever. That's the vibe. That's the vibe of this. This is so bizarre, but it's what I'm seeing. It's a power move. Yeah, putting someone up that's more feminine. So again, whoever would take over the company after, it's either a female or a man who's very in touch with his emotions, like very in touch. But it's like I'm trying to figure out the right timing, the right play. Is this what the people want? Do they want him gone? Because then it's like off with the heads, what I'm hearing. So if allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, no facts here, besties, if this man suddenly dies, I don't buy it for a second. I don't buy it for a second. This was a power move to retire early, to hide in like the Catskill Mountains, whatever the hell that's called, and just retire and live off the money I have. They don't like me? All right, then I'll disappear and I almost see him in a cottage, like hiding out, but on my computer still running the show. I feel like they're going to fake his death. They're thinking about it. This is so bizarre. Yeah, because I got all the money in the world. I can get unstuck by doing whatever it is that you guys want. Again, because he's calculated. He's not emotional. So he's like, I don't understand what you guys want from me. So you guys want me dead? Fine. Like, I'll fake my death. That's the vibe. This is so bizarre. Oh my God. 11:44 on my clock. Dude. I think they're going to try to fake his death. They're trying to feel out if that's what the people want, is him dead. That's so bizarre. This is the weirdest. I mean, all these fucking readings about celebrities are weird because they were weird. But it's like trying to get myself unstuck, trying to not be stressed about this, trying to make sure I leave here with the most amount of money. I said what I said. New beginnings, bro. Not at work. I got to slow down, start something new, not in the work atmosphere. Look at this guy looks dead. But is he dead? No, because it's just thoughts. It's the Ten of Swords. It's not anything physical. I think they're setting up the scene to fake his death. I don't know that they're definitely going to do it. I'm not going to... Look, the coffin. It's like if I can't make the people happy, then I'm going to remove myself. It's very much like I'm being drawn to... I don't know if it was Bill Gates. Someone like left their company right before it fell to shit. I don't remember which company it was. Let me know in the comments if you remember. But that's the vibe of this. It's like I'm going to remove myself from the company before it falls to shit. Was it Twitter? I don't remember which one. But that's what they're thinking about doing now. I shit you not. I cannot believe this is the outcome. What a fucking childish move. You can't even deal with your emotions, so you're going to fake your death. What? But it's again like it's for the people. That's the vibe of this. I'm telling you, I would not be shocked if we all of a sudden we're being, because what I'm being drawn to is like how people say, and I agree to an extent, that they tell us but they don't. You know what I mean? What is that saying? Hidden in plain sight. That's it. So again, like I said, I think right now they're bringing up that whole martial arts thing and like how Mark lives a fast and dangerous life. And now I'm being drawn to Fast and Furious with that guy who died in the car. So maybe that's how they're going to, I don't know. But it's the vibe of like setting you up to see if that's what you want. Because if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. Except he's not going to be dead. He's just going to be vacationing for the rest of his life. Yeah, because no justice. Justice is in the reverse. Freedom and transition. Transition. Look how this person's hidden. We're going to get you out. You can go live your spontaneous, crazy, adventurous life. And I keep hearing Catskill Game Farm. You'll find adventure. I don't know if that's a America thing or if that's just my state. But, yeah, it's... I think this guy's going to fake his death. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to leave it at that. If he doesn't actually fake his death, because, again, it feels like that's something they're trying to see if that's what the people want. But if it's not what the people want, then I think he's going to take a back seat, or they're going to prop up a female, and they're going to have like a division that's dedicated to monitoring 16 and under, monitoring, looking for pedos, having new trigger words. So you're going to probably see more pop-up icons coming up where it's like, this has been flagged for something, resources or continue anyway. So I think more of that's going to be implemented on Facebook. And I feel like Mark's going to take a back seat. But the scale of what that level of backseat playing is depends on how the people react to the idea of him living a chaotic life. So I feel like they're starting to set the scene for the idea of Mark not being around anymore. To what degree? That's kind of ultimately up to the people. It's because I almost see like, this is how I'm going to end it. I see hashtags and it's like, because look at my dead skull. It's like... Hashtag good. I hope that Mark does die from martial arts. Hashtag fuck this guy. I hope they're trying to see if that's what the people want. I can't lie. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm being drawn to my Sekhmet thing. This is a woman that is about change, and it doesn't matter what type of chaos it causes. So again, it's just reminding me of like Jane the Virgin, where it's all about like telenovelas, you know what I mean? Like fake deaths and how Michael was like dead, but then spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this show, a couple seasons later, he's back from the dead. So it's kind of the vibe of that. They're trying to see if that's what the people want because Mark doesn't have empathy and they know that. So it's like, how do we exit you out of the scene? That's the vibe, y'all. This is wild. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. It does support my page. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, where you'll know about videos first. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading, links are down below. Share this with your friends because this shit is wild. And I hope he's not that much of a punk that he could just, let us know he's retiring instead of doing something this dramatic. But again, when you're dealing with someone that doesn't understand feelings, they're going with optics only. And so if everybody responds with like, good, I hope Mark dies, then that's what you're going to get, except he's not actually going to be gone. So yeah, this was wild. This is how... the government and everybody deals with problems because they don't actually deal with problems or else we wouldn't have war and homeless vets. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you.
Comic the